this is my mood board for my new trailer I'm gonna make called Biohazard. As you can see on this mood board, it shows the locations, the weapons and the equipment that could be used as like props, the protagonists and the antagonists. So the locations that are going to be used is hopefully we'll try and find like a dark forest with some like a lake around it, as that would fit in with the script I'll be using, and some of the scenes that I want to use in the trailer. Some of the equipment I want to use, because there'll be like detectives and stuff as the protagonists. So some of the equipment they'd use is like a pistol or something, or like a flashlight, because they're going to be searching one of the locations, which would be a like hidden, haunted mansion or supposedly haunted mansion. And in the bottom left you can see the antagonists, which is like, well, there'll be some which were zombies, and then there'll be this hooded figure who's an evil scientist. And yeah, and synopsis is the bodies are found in a local woods by a fisherman, and it causes like an investigation to go on. So two detectives are sent to investigate the area, and as they're like searching the local woods, they figure out that it all ties to this abandoned mansion, and you're gonna have to figure out like what they will find inside. The target audience is going to be 18 plus, and that is because the characters that are going to be in this trailer are all going to be over 18, so they wouldn't really the audience wouldn't be able to really connect with them, and they're mostly going to be male characters, so the target audience will be for a male audience. I've chosen the certificate to be 18 because it is going to show some graphic content, and I looked up the certification, and it said that material or treatment that appears to cause risk to individuals or through their behaviour to society is classified as an 18 certificate. The main characters, we're going to have my protagonist, which is going to be Detective Branagh, who is a sub to Detective Wesker. Wesker, who is Branagh's superior, both of which are detectives. We've got Coroner, who's a forensic scientist, who's there to assist the detectives and try and figure out what happened to the dead bodies that they uncover in the forest. My antagonists are a biohazard scientist who's behind the whole situation, and he has these mutated humans. You could class them as zombies, because as they are brain dead, are also antagonists who are under the control of this biohazard scientist. And some of the stock characters, there will be scientists like biohazard scientists, local police, and there will be civilians. The influence of this movie is taken from Resident Evil. It's a well-known series, and it's going to be set in the same universe. It takes creatures from the movie and the game series, and it's going to put them inside this trailer. The reason I did this was because usually in these movies and these games you see them in like an open area usually, and that kind of takes the horror out of them. But by throwing them into like a mansion, it adds a lot more like horror to them, and it's a lot scarier because they're a lot closer to you. Alright, some of the scenes. This is how I'm going to lay out some of my scenes. So the equilibrium will be quite short in my trailer. I'll just start with a fisherman who's going on just a normal fish, going on his daily routine. It's a cold winter's morning. The trailer then heads into the disequilibrium when the fisherman finds a dead body in the bed of water that he's fishing at. It will then cut to an autopsy scene where the two detectives are helped by the forensic scientist to try and figure out what happened to the body, which then leads on to them going out, being sent out by their chief to go to the investigate the forest in the local area, which is where they'll start picking up clues, and through those clues they'll be able to find out that it all links to this abandoned mansion. And then from there we'll cut to inside the mansion, and these will all be part of the montage segment. So there'll be shots of inside the mansion. There will be a lot of biohazard signs and like clear signs that something terrible's gone on there. And then this will be followed up by a very fast chase scene with a lot of shots of them being chased, but not shots of who the antagonist really is. There will be shots of the biohazard scientist, but there won't be many shots of what the true horror is coming from, which is the mutant creatures. Yep, that's about it.